Up, presented by the Minster Bank. I'm Mark Kuntz. Patrick Kamler will join us a little bit later on in tonight's show as we're talking Minster Wildcat football, and we're joined by the head Wildcat, head coach Garen Stokes. In your second year now here with Minster, several years in Urbana before you came to MAC country, and we knew that you wanted to come to Minster to compete in the MAC. You've had a full year in the MAC now. Did it live up to what you thought it was going to be coming in?
That's good football now. It's good football. There's a ton of big kids, long athletes that do things the right way. So, yeah, it's been good. It's been a good learning experience for me, and we've gotten better because of it. So it's exciting.
Speaking of long athletes, Minster certainly has had their share of those, including Ethan Wolf, now playing down at Tennessee. So you're just going to slide younger brother Eli into a similar role, and wouldn't you know it, Eli's going to be a Division I college football player next year. He's already committed to Eastern Michigan. Having an Eli Wolf type of a skill position player, how do you utilize him when you know teams are going to try and key in on him?
You know, it's one of those things. He demands so much attention, but from his skill set, you got to give him the football in all kinds of different situations. So we've prepared our offense to do that, and hopefully we have some other players around him that can, limit the attention that he gets. So, we just try to take what the defense gives us, and hopefully we're smart enough to get the ball in his hands and let him do some things. So.
Certainly having Sam Dews in the backfield is a sigh of relief for you as well.
Yeah, Sam's done a lot of work. Eli too. These guys have done a lot of work since December. They've committed and been in the weight room and running and leading, and Sam's done a great job. Been a big senior leader for us throughout, all winter and spring now in the football season.
Coming off a 6-4 campaign, tied for third in the MAC. Anytime you talk about Division VI school, you got to be concerned about the numbers. But you said 50-some kids out for the team this year. Have to be happy with that.
Yeah, we've got a ton of good kids. We've got a ton of good kids that are starting to learn how to work, and it's kind of exciting to do the things that they want to do. We've got to invest more time, and they've done that. They started to do that, so it's been kind of fun. Sometimes kids don't want to do that nowadays, and that's fine. But we're going to work, and these guys are starting to like it. So,
year two here at Minster, did you change or tweak anything with the summer program in the first couple of days of practice?
Last year we came in so late that we had to just go. We were kind of a mess coaching staff wise, and not everything was aligned. Year two is always much better as far as alignment goes, with everybody knowing their role and the responsibilities and just overall knowledge of the entire program. And the kids are more comfortable. They're more settled in. The coaches are more comfortable. It's just we're actually able to get work done instead of kind of a mess. So
yeah, instead of instilling, you can more or less perfect and really work on your systems both offensively and defensively.
Probably the biggest thing has been the relationships.
Mm-hmm.
When you spend time together in the weight room at 6 in the morning for 6-7 months, you get to know each other, and you get to so if you sacrifice together, and you have more respect and rapport with everybody. So that's been big for us. Now we can strictly coach football instead of all the other stuff that comes along with not spending time together.
We've talked offense. Let's talk a little about the defense. What can we expect from the Wildcats defensively this year?
Hopefully we're fundamental, man. I want us to play hard, physical football where we're getting off blocks and just running to the ball. And we need to be way more fundamental than we were a year ago. So.
Couple of weeks away from that big opener against Fort Loramie. That's one of those games that everybody circles on the calendar. What do you need to work on between now and week 1 against the Redskins?
No doubt about it. We've got to come together better. Just from a football standpoint, we've got to start to embrace our role. We have a ton of guys competing for spots right now. Some of those guys are going to be playmakers. Some of those guys are going to be rotators. Some of those guys are going to be two-way guys. We've got to really learn and embrace our role to the fact that we come together and just play as one instead of a couple guys here and there.
Week 2, Lehman Catholic. Talk about a couple of programs, Fort Loramie and Lehman Catholic, that are as close to being a MAC-like program as you can be without being in the MAC. I would think those two games would help you prepare for what we know will be a tough grind in the MAC.
Yeah. Those two games, both are well coached. Both have big physical kids that know how to play the game of football. We love those games. We talked about our schedule a little bit, and you want to play those teams, man. We didn't come here to play the bad ones, so. It's exciting. It's exciting for me. It's exciting for our coaching staff. Exciting for our kids. Those are the games you want to play. Well-coached, tough, physical football teams that are good. So we're excited. We got work to do.
And that certainly fits the description of your first 2 opponents in the MAC. Did you upset somebody in the MAC to get Coldwater and Marion local back-to-back weeks to start the league slate?
That's exciting, man.
Those
Those are the type of teams. They're well coached. They're big, strong, physical. They play the game the right way. Those are the type of teams you want to play. And I wish we could play them every week. Because if you're not good, if you're not sound, if you're not on point together as a unit, you get exposed. And I think getting exposed makes you better. So we've got work to do. There's a sense of urgency here because of our schedule that we're either going to be good or we're going to get thumped. So that's exciting. That's where you want to be.
A couple of times you've mentioned work to do. What specifically do you think you need to really get worked on?
We've got to get better up front.
Yeah.
We've got to get better up front. We've spent time in the weight room, but we're not there yet. The weight program hasn't been established to the point where we can go out and really move people. And from a standpoint of learning how to play at the intense level that you need to play at to beat a Marion and a Coldwater, we got to step that up a notch too as well. So that's what these days are for.
All right, thank you very much, Garen Stokes, head coach of the Minster Wildcats. We need to take a break on the warm-up presented by the Minster Bank. When we come back, Patrick Kamler will sit down with a few of the Wildcat players here on WOSN.
Welcome back to the Minster Bank warm-up here with a couple of Minster Wildcats, Logan Pack and Hayden Schindler. Guys, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
First, I'll ask you, how is practice going for you guys so far?
Good, real good. We have a lot of upbeat tempo that we've been working on. We've had a few flat days, I'm not gonna lie, but what really helped us, I think, is we went to Bluffton for a few days, learned really how to practice there, picked up the tempo, and we've been practicing real hard lately.
Yeah.
So going up to Bluffton, what specific things did you guys pick up?
Just how to be a team, just unity and how to just work together and work hard for long periods of time and just have fun with it.
As offensive line guys, because you're left tackle and center, so you're in charge of a lot of the blocking. How is getting the team together and really gelling as a unit? How is that benefiting you and going to benefit you guys as you head into the season?
Really well. We have a lot of communication that goes on up front. We've been working on a lot of different calls that we got to make every play. So just getting the use of that and get that rolling has really been good.
Yeah, just the communication overall is just completely helping everything out with a couple new guys playing in different positions. Just communication is helping everywhere.
As seniors, I'll start with you. How are you guys helping bring along the younger, newer guys into the fold, really teaching them Minster Wildcat football?
I think what we're doing is we're just showing them upbeat practices, just showing how hard we work. And I feel like if we work hard, they're going to follow us. So I think we're working as hard as we can. So then they're going to do what we're doing because they're the old guys. They're the role models.
Coming off a 6-4 season, what jumps out at you that you guys are looking to improve on as you get started for the new season?
Well, we came out real bad last year. I don't know, you probably saw that. Last year, first 3 games, weren't too good at all. So just coming out, I think, as a more unified, stronger unit, I think that's really going to be our big advantage this year, coming out just a lot stronger than what we did.
What specific things are you working on right now in practice? What are you guys improving on day in and day out?
Just our overall technique on everything, in making sure what we didn't do last year, we got nailed down this year. Making sure everything's just crisp and to a T, just better.
You guys are in the MAC. Seems like there's always a big game week after week in the MAC. Are there any games you guys have circled on your calendar? Which ones? Are there any that you're specifically looking forward to?
Coldwater, Marion.
I say those as well, but I'm really looking forward to Fort Laramie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Game.
looking forward to that game. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, the first
too
one.
Bad, but I'm looking to come out on that one. So.
Yeah.
Right. Coach doesn't want you looking ahead, but
Yeah.
those are the games you're looking forward to. What do you guys have to work on between now and Game 1 against Fort Laramie?
You know what? Honestly, I just say just get more crisp. Right now we're working hard. Coming out, we just gotta learn plays. We got some guys we still got confusion. Just learn the plays, we learn our jobs. Practicing a little harder, more upbeat. That's really what we just need to work on for now.
Great. Logan Pack, Hayden Schindler, thanks guys for being with us. We'll talk with some more Minster Wildcats when we come back on the Minster Bank warm-up here on WOSN. Welcome back to the warm-up show, sponsored by Minster Bank. A couple more Minster Wildcats joining us. We have J.R. Nixon and Blake Mallory, a couple more seniors on the team. Guys, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
First of all, I'll start with you, Blake. How's practice going so far?
It's going well. We're coming out strong most days. Definitely an improvement from last year. A lot more energy, and I hope we just keep it up. And if we keep it up, I expect good things.
Talked to a couple of the guys just a few minutes ago, and they mentioned about going to Bluffton and picking up some things there. I'll ask you your perspective on that. What did you pick up on that trip to Bluffton?
Well, I was impressed by the energy. We had so much energy that camp. It was ridiculous. That carrying over from that into two-a-days is huge. We got excited. We got pumped. We went hard, and it was exciting to see.
What have you guys done to bring that energy, that element back into your practices here in Minster?
A lot of that has to do with the leadership from us seniors this year is really good, but not only us seniors, the young guys, they get in it just as much as we do. They pump everybody up. It's fun to see.
Apart from getting the guys pumped up, what else have you as seniors done to help the underclassmen come up and get better and understand what you guys are trying to do this season?
Whenever I'm not in, whenever I'm taking a break or whatever, I walk up to some of the younger linemen and I'm like, okay, so here's the play. What are you doing here? And then I just quiz them and help them get better. I've noticed a great improvement. I hope to help them more as the season goes on.
One of our goals this year for the seniors was to have the team accept criticism. And if we're not in, we're always coaching. Our goal is to coach the players before the coaches need to coach the players, because that makes everybody better.
Makes the job easier.
Absolutely. 6-4 last year. Obviously, a lot of things you guys want to improve on from that year. What specifically have you guys, I'll start with you, have you guys been working to improve to make sure the 6-4 is better from last year?
A lot had to do, last year we survived two-a-days. This year we're embracing two-a-days. We are going out, like I said, energy. We're coming here with the goal to get better instead of the goal to survive, and that's huge this year.
One last thing, Blake, what are you most looking forward to about week 1 against Fort Loramie?
I'm looking forward. Last year we came out as the loser last year. And I'm looking forward to coming out this year on top and to just beat them.
Sounds good. Yeah. JR, Blake, thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you very much.
That's going to wrap up our warm-up show, sponsored by Minster Bank. For Mark Kuntz, I'm Patrick Kamler. We'll see you next time.